No, it's too late. The damage is done. All right. I did not ask if you enjoyed paying your taxes. I did not ask if you were here to see Cats on Ice. Guys, don't cheer for Cats on Ice. All right, he's the first person getting shot, and I want to sit next to him. I believe I said something along the lines of, are you ready for a gunfight? Much better. A couple things before we get started. Folks, anybody got one of them things you open up talk into? Them cell phones? Who's got a cell phone? Raise your hand. Come on. I know you do, ma'am. You're pointing it at me. Go ahead, throw it up in the air. Funny video. No, I'm kidding. Turn them things off. Put them on quiet. They make a lot of noise. They bother people. All you folks that brought youngins with you today, throw them up in the air. Please take the batteries out before the show starts. The actors appreciate that. However, if your child does get to talking, fussing, crying, spitting, cussing, please take him outside to that bench. He'll still see the show, won't disturb the people around you. Now, folks, what you need to know before we get this thing going is that this is an audience participation show. Now, what that means is, when you see the good guys, dapper gentlemen dressed like myself, we want you to cheer for us every time we get. Adversely, when you see the dirty, smelly cowboys, we want you to boo them every time they say. Simple enough, right? Yep. That was convincing. All right, how about this? Let's go ahead and give it a try. Good guys! Bad guys! Good guys! Good-looking guy! That was weird, mister. You folks ready for a gunfight? Yeah! You folks ready for a killing? Yeah! You people are sick. We'll be getting started about 45 minutes. Relax. More now.
More now.
I hear what you're saying, Tom, but it doesn't make any sense. And we spent $100. They throw us out like the trash.
We're not going back to El Harbor, right? That's trouble we don't need.
And what I need is another drink. And by the looks of you, I could use another drink.
Slow down. I think you've had enough.
Had enough?
Yeah.
Boy, I'm just getting started. Did you try and rope me in? Now you're buying, come on.
But last time.
You're going to buy every time until I tell you that I'm buying, which is not going to happen. Yes, I am. Yeah! What you need? More dinner. Now tell me, how many Earps are in this town now? 10? 15?
Ike, there's 5 of us. I do believe that's enough to handle you.
Yeah, and what's that? Whoa.
Is that Doc?
Now would you look at that? There's that lunger, Doc Holliday. Now tell me, you gonna go on this town, spread more lies about me?
Now, I do believe I have ever only told the truth about you. You're a drunken fool.
Oh, hey! Come on. He didn't mean nothing by it.
It's not to worry, Tom. Nothing will come of it. You see, Ike talks, and he talks, but he never seems to quite back up any of those threats. No, he's just a coward.
Now you watch your mouth, Holliday. Don't make me kill you.
Through with your words, Ike. You threatened me. You threatened the Earth Boys, and I'm sick of hearing it. What say we settle this little blood feud here and now?
Well, let's say we do.
All right. What's gonna be, cowboy?
As you can see, I ain't fixed for a fight. So you can take them words.
Well, I'd kill you anyways. Do this town a favor, it'd be so easy.
Come on, you. I don't want you.
Come on, trouble! He's the one that's got it!
You can handle.
Do your job!
He gets to have a gun, Harv.
Clear out of here. Now.
No.
Well, Morgan, that was fun.
You know what, Doc? You have a real strange idea of fun.
So long, mister. I'm suddenly bored.
I've got feelings too, you know.
Don't care.
Quiet up, you come on out. We got some talking to do.
What do you want, Ike?
Yeah, I want you to give a message to your pal Holiday.
We don't have time for that.
And you're going to tell him he's got a fight coming, all right?
I'm an officer of the law. I don't want to hear that kind of talk.
What about you, Wyatt?
I'm not gonna fight you, Ike.
Good idea.
There's no money in it.
Well, then I reckon it's about time we fetch this fighting talk to a close. You boys, you're going to do as I say. You're going to tell your pal Holiday I'll be waiting for him in the morning. You know, as a matter of fact, I'll be waiting for all of you.
Hangover sets in.
Any luck, he'll just go home, pass out, and forget about the whole thing.
Verge, when's our luck ever been that good?
Yeah.
Yeah, boo yourselves. Holiday, you come on out.
No.
Come on, Holiday, let's go all day. You need to count of 3 to get out here and face me. 1, 2, go!
Buffaloed him.
Looking for somebody?
Yeah, I was. I was looking for your pal Holiday. Had I seen you any sooner, I'd have killed you first.
Sorry to disappoint you. Morgan, hold him at the jail. I'm gonna go find Judge Wallace.
Gladly, brother. All right, Ike, you heard him. Let's go. Now.
Morgan, you know, if I had my gun on me, I'd pick a fight with you and the whole apartment.
Right here.
No, you've been making threats towards my family for months now, Ike. He has every right to shoot you down. He won't do it, but if you're right, you get him inside, Morgan.
Gotcha.
Hey, whoa! Heard what your pal Holiday is, Ike? Now, I know he's a fool when it gets to drinking, but no call roughing him up like that.
He was waving his gun around making threats. He's lucky he's still alive.
Who do you think you are? Some kind of Dodge City pimp to come down here and tell us that? All right, I got a gun.
Where's his gun? They took it from him. See the thumb?
Have you been listening to a word I've been saying?
I heard every word you said, Frank. This is Ike's problem.
Ike's problem. You've seen how Doc and there treat him.
He does this everywhere we go. Gets a few drinks in and thinks he can whip his weight in Wildcats. I'm sick of it.
He's your brother, Bill. If you can't back his play every single time, why are we keeping you around?
And what if he's wrong? What if he gets us killed?
Get off of me!
Going up there and saying, your gun's backwards.
Ike said it's fun, he said it's fine. It's free to go. I want you boys to get him out of here. I don't want to see any cowboys in town the rest of the day. You got no right to talk to us like that. I'll talk to you how I please. I'm Count Marshall. You're just a lot of horse thieves and stage robbers. Sheriff Behan may not care what you do between here and the Mexican border. We do.
Well, I'm going to tell you something about that sheriff, Marshall. He's a smart man that leaves us alone. And I'll tell you something else, too. He's going to live himself a nice, long, happy life. Unlike some people I know.
Is that another threat there?
No, Morgan, when I say men die, they die.
I've dealt with men like you my whole life, Ike. You don't scare me. I'll go down to Charleston, San Simone. I'll fight you and your whole gang. You hurt my family, I will kill you.
That's a lot of tough talk. It's just a shame it's coming out of a dead man. Now, you boys, you've tried to run us out of this town, but we're still here, and we're not leaving! This is gonna end the day, you shut your mouth! I'm done talking. Let's go, boys. We ain't leaving because we're scared, we just got stuff to do.
More cowboys due in town any minute.
Yeah, but what about their big guns, Curly Bill and Ringo?
No. Ike gets himself shot. That's more spoils for the rest of them.
The rate he's going, that just might happen.
He's drunk and suspicious. We know about that deal he made to turn in those Benson stage robbers. Ringo or Bill find out, it won't sit too well.
Yeah, they bury us. They're definitely gonna bury that secret.
Police business, Doc, none of yours. Now listen.
Well, Verge, there are more cowboys heading into town, and they are gunning for you. Looks to me like you're gonna need every friend you can get.
We'll find those cowboys just fine on our own.
They're not far from here. Hold up in an empty lot beyond the OK Corral on Fremont. They look to mean business, and boys, they got guns.
Then we will take those guns away from them. Come on. Doc, if you insist on coming along, you gotta do it my way. I want you to hang back. Hold on to this.
Sounds good.
Let's go.
He's wearing earplugs. I see him through the window.
Where did they get the gall talking to us like that? You horse holes, Bill. Horse thief, stage robber. Yeah, we are horse thieves. Okay, Billy. Nobody likes you. Nobody. So what do we do now?
Turn your gun around.
When the Earps get here, we deal with them. No, you don't mean we're actually gonna pull some guns. No, nothing violent. We're going out of the newspaper office. We're gonna put an angry card in the paper with a big black border. Hey, I'm lying. We're gonna kill him. That's a bad idea. Why don't we get on back to Texas? We're gonna leave when we're done, all right?
Upper hand, boys, ready for your guns. Stop!
Go! Fire it! Got a gun! Get out of the way!
Come on, Larry, you know I got one left for you.
Blaze away! You're daisy if you do.
You get away from me. Just let me die.
Sadly, history will not allow it. Well, that was it. Over before it ever started. Speaking of history, the books will say 30 shots in 30 seconds, but I wasn't counting and neither was you. 3 days after this gunfight happened, Virgil Earp was fired as chief of police. The four of us were put on trial, charged with murder in the court of Judge Wells Spicer. That case dragged on for a month, cost us everything we had, but by the end of it, the judge decided we were doing our jobs, defending ourselves. And he was right. A lot more than you have. And he was right. However, not everybody in this town saw it that way. Now, 2 months after the gunfight happened, Virgil Earp was ambushed outside the Crystal Palace Saloon. 3 shotguns went off, but he still refused to die. Crippled up pretty bad, Virg wandered the west till death found him in Nevada in 1905. Not as lucky, Wyatt's brother Morgan. Shot in the back and killed playing a game of pool up on Allen Street. Morgan died at midnight, March 19th, 1882. His brother Wyatt's birthday. Now in 1887, the year this old town began to shake apart, the two main causes of this thing died hundreds of miles apart from one another. That summer, putting together a new gang in northern Arizona, Ike Clanton was shot and killed by a mail-order detective. Not long after that, a lifetime of drinking and smoking and tuberculosis caught up with yours truly up in Colorado. I don't care to talk about it. Wyatt Earp was the last man standing out all this. Wyatt spent the rest of his days traveling. He went from Idaho to Alaska, finally ended up in Jazz Age Hollywood, looking for another Tombstone and a chance to get it right. Never did find it. When he died in Los Angeles in 1929, just ahead of his 81st birthday, his last words? Suppose. Suppose. And that, folks, is our show. We hope you enjoy. Now, folks, if you'd remain seated for just a second longer, got a couple more things for you. If you'd like to come down onto the set, get some pictures with the actors, this is as good as we're going to look all day. And if you have any questions behind the history of what you just saw here, come on down and ask. We are a lot more reliable than that dang Val Kilmer movie I keep hearing about. And as you folks exit, you're going to come across a cowboy. He is out there collecting for a charity that is near and dear to all of our hearts here at the OK Corral. That is the Starving Actors Fund. We can be generous, folks. Most of those proceeds go towards ramen noodles and much-needed acting lessons. Thanks for coming to the OK